This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Lang versus Roberts. You've been together 11 years. You're living together. And from your court papers, you all met old school. Tell me a little bit about that.
We met on a website called Yahoo Personals that doesn't even exist anymore. I mean, that's how old this
That is old school.
That is old school.
I reached out to him first. He responded. We went out for drinks. We went back to his place, and it just progressed from that point to here.
Tell me, what was it about whatever he had on this website that made you say, let me call him?
It really was his pictures. There were a lot of family pictures. Him and his mother, him and his daughter. It was those kind of pictures. And it just showed me that he spent a lot of time with his family.
And you found that attractive?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, he seemed like a good guy.
Yes, he did seem like a good guy.
All right, so what did you fall in love with?
I've never had anybody take care of me, iron my clothes, things like that. Little things that, I'd never experienced before.
So as your relationship, grew, what did you grow to like about her?
Her loyalty was fierce. She was down. She had my back. She got my back today.
I get this. This happened about 2 weeks ago. I was sitting at my desk working, and I think I was so into what I was doing, I wasn't paying attention. The next thing I looked, there was a plate, there was a sandwich that she had brought to me because she knew I was trying to hurry up and finish so I could eat, but I was just working, and the plate just appeared. Now, it didn't just appear. Because she loves me, she was taking care of me. And that's the kind of thing that she would do for you.
Exactly.
Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
Aww.
I didn't even know you noticed.
Yeah, I eventually noticed.
So, Miss Lang, you were in love. You were doing all these spectacular little things. What went wrong?
I wish I knew. Things seemed to be going along fine, and then out of the blue, this woman shows up at my house to tell me that they are in a relationship.
How far into your relationship was this?
5 or 6 months.
What really happened was at the time I put that profile up, I was a lot younger. I got a ton of responses on that thing, like the next day, hundreds.
Let me ask you this. Who is this woman that comes into you all's shared home and says, hey, I'm sleeping with him, by the way?
Okay, and I said all that to say this. Had tried to put the brakes on us getting into a relationship because I was still out there playing the field.
And this is one of the people you were on the field playing with.
Right. I was.
How you gonna bring her in your house with your girlfriend? How does that work? I mean, did you know she was coming?
Yes, I did.
You all had just started your relationship. You said you were reluctant to get into a relationship with Ms. Lang because you were, quote, still kind of out there. You still messing around with this other woman, and who comes into your house and tells Ms. Lang, I am having a relationship with Mr. Roberts.
That's correct.
So what did you do?
I held my composure because what I wanted to do was grab her by the back of the head and put her face through the glass coffee table is what I wanted to do.
What did you do?
I looked at Mr. Roberts and I said, is this true? He denied it. She looked at him and said, you need to own up to it. At that point, him and her left the house together. I called my mother, who bought me a plane ticket, and I was gone from Alabama in 2 days.
Mr. Roberts, do you remember this night?
I remember it well.
You chose the other woman, and Miss Lang left. She left, packed herself up, chose to leave. Now, clearly, you got back together because you're here.
Correct.
And you've been together for 10 years since that.
That's correct.
Okay. What is it that makes you think he's cheating now, after 10 years?
A couple years back, we were at a Mexican restaurant. His band was playing that night. He asked me if I would go. I went. I'm sitting at the table. This woman walks over to me, hands me a note, and walks away. So I open the note up to read it, and she proceeds to tell me how her and Stacy are seeing each other. She's been to his house. They've done all these great things together. I walk up to the stage where he is at, throw the note on his drum, and walk out the door.
Wow. So who was this woman that walked across?
This was a childhood friend.
Okay.
We had relations at one time when we were young. Something happened, and I don't remember the particulars, but I do remember her warning me, I'm gonna get you back.
Okay, so you are saying that this woman was someone you had a relationship with before Miss Lang.
This goes back to high school.
But you did something that made her mad, and she said, I got you.
That's exactly right.
And so that's what happened here.
That's right.
So you're saying that since you've been with Ms. Lang, you have not had any sexual relationship with that woman?
No.
Ms. Lang, do you have any other reason to believe that he's cheating?
Yes, sir, I do. A couple months ago, I start getting messages on Facebook Messenger. Hey, I just want to let you know that Stacy and my ex are together. They're getting hotel rooms together.
Who did you receive this messenger message from?
It's either the boyfriend or the ex-boyfriend, or I don't know what he is, don't know who he is, don't really care.
When you get this message, what do?
I confronted Mr. Roberts with it. Oh, he's lying. He's just mad because his girlfriend left him. Don't believe anything you hear from him. So we blocked him. Apparently, he made a new Facebook profile to get a hold of me.
Wow.
And at the same time, he's saying, oh, and I know this must be hard on you. I can help you through this.
So, Mr. Roberts, you think he was doing this to cause trouble with your girlfriend and to get with her potentially?
Exactly.
All right. So did you get any other messages from this gentleman?
On the second message that he sent me, he messaged me and told me, hey, Stacy picked up so-and-so, and they're at this hotel. Gave me specifics on what hotel they were at.
What do you do with that information?
I get in my car.
Of course you do.
And I go to the hotel. And lo and behold, his vehicle is in the parking lot.
What did you do when you pull up and see his vehicle?
I called him about 60 times.
From the parking lot?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you ever reach him on the phone?
Oh, no. No. We don't answer the phone. We don't call me back until about 2 hours later.
Are you still in the parking lot?
No, ma'am. I sat there for about 30 minutes. Took pictures of his vehicle to let him know that I was in that parking lot, and I knew that he was there.
Did you send those pictures to him?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Mr. Roberts, how did you explain this to your girlfriend?
Like it was. I was there with mostly male friends after show thing. I fell asleep. I fell asleep. Hey, I'm old. I'm getting those shows take a lot out of me now.
So you're in a hotel with a bunch of guys hanging out and you just fall asleep.
That's exactly right. Yes.
So the question is, what is at stake, Miss Lang?
This entire relationship.
This 11-year relationship.
Yes.
So if you find that he's cheating, you're done.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you've taken him back one time already.
Yes. And I've stood beside him. I've been his ride or die. My heart hurts.
Tell him how your heart is feeling right now.
I hurt, Stacy. I hurt because I've given you 11 years. And you can say, oh, well, you're not a saint, you're not this, you're not that. But you know what? I can sit down today and take a lie detector test and pass it with flying colors. Because I've cheated on you one time, and it was 30 days into our relationship, when you weren't invested to begin with.
Well, apparently you weren't either.
But I became invested in you, in all of you.
I could give that a pass. I don't have any problem giving that a pass. But I think there's been others.
There has not ever been any others.
Well, Mr. Roberts, that was 11 years ago. Since that time, she's taken you back, and now here we are. So what I want to ask you is, what are you hoping for this relationship?
I love her. We've spent a lot of time together. I don't think I've done her right, but I'm ready to invest into it. And
Then, Stacey, if you're ready to invest in this, why, when a show is over, can you not pack up your drums and bring your tail home?
Okay, to get to the bottom of these cheating allegations, the court has retained the services of licensed private investigator and special agent to the FBI, Mr. Kendall Scholl, and we're going to call him at this time. Ron, please escort Mr. Scholl into the courtroom.
yes, Sean. Henderson.
How are you, Mr. Shaw?
Great, Your Honor. Thank you. And how are you?
We're well.
Good to see you. Mr. Scholl, would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
I spent a number of years as a special agent with the FBI in Washington, D.C. The last 10 years of that career were spent in the Polygraph program. After completing a master's degree in Polygraph, I became head of the entire FBI's Polygraph program.
Can you please explain your process when administering a polygraph test?
When I administer a polygraph exam, I always take time first just to have a talk with the litigant, engage them in conversation, and make them more comfortable.
Did Mr. Roberts provide you with any useful information?
He did, Your Honor. Mr. Roberts told me that he believes that he is going through a midlife crisis.
Oh, God.
He said he was practically a nerd in high school.
Oh.
And now playing in this band is everything that they say about picking up women.
Mr. Lang, are you going through a midlife crisis?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Can you describe what that feels like or looks like?
It feels like, do you remember when you were in high school? I don't know.
Vaguely.
I didn't enjoy high school. Had a problem talking to females. Fast forward to this band stuff. It's just like shooting fish in a barrel.
So as a musician,
Wow.
you've got your run of the ladies.
Exactly.
Something you didn't have before in life. You didn't have in high
Absolutely
school.
not.
You didn't have early on.
Absolutely not.
So women are like, you're in the band, you play the drums are hot, and they want to be with you.
Kinda.
Now, Mr. Roberts, you're in court, so you're sworn to tell the truth. Are you acting on any of these advances that these women are throwing themselves at you?
Maybe.
It's yes or no. You
Can I talk?
you don't maybe have sex with somebody.
There've been some instances. I got involved with this music stuff. It did make the opportunities a lot easier. And I did cheat on her. I have had some relations with other females.
The night you were at the hotel that you say you were with your buddies, were you with another woman?
Yes.
You've told her you loved her. I've seen the messages between you two. What has she done for you?
It's been, when did you start menopause? 6 years ago, 7 years ago? How long does it usually last? You have not made one sexual advance at me in 6, 7 years.
Mr. Roberts,
Do you
as a man, I cannot let you blame menopause for this.
I don't understand.
You've got to take ownership for what you did. First, you're blaming the music, then you're blaming menopause. At some point, you've got to look in the mirror and say, it's me. This is a choice you made. Look, now, when you were in the hotel and you claimed you were with your buddies, but you were really with that woman, was that the only time you were with that woman?
No, that's not the only time.
Is this an ongoing relationship
Yes,
with this woman?
we have been doing this for probably since May.
How many times have you been with this other woman?
a lot?
A lot.
When did you break it off?
We haven't seen each other in 2 weeks.
Is that just because you haven't had the opportunity to be with her in the last 2 weeks? Because that's what it sounds like.
No, I've had the opportunity.
Have you told her, I am done, I am with Miss Lang? Has that conversation taken place?
No.
All right, then you haven't broken it off.
Ms. Lang,
Yes, sir.
do you want this relationship to work?
Miss Lang, if you love him, you love him. And it's okay to love him. But you need a man who loves you as much as you deserve to be loved.
Do you want to be in this relationship? Maybe you found a new life as a musician.
I'm in.
You're a musician, so if you want harmony in this relationship, you got to get it together. You all have been together for 5 years, and you're at the point where you want to focus on starting a family, but your focus has been diverted to something else because you think his focus has been diverted to someone else. Am I right, Ms. Dallas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's on the line here today?
Your Honor, today I'm very nervous because we have a lot on the line. Me and Dante's been together for 5 years, and I want to have a family with him. But if I can't trust him, today is the day it's going to be over.
Okay.
So it's all at stake right here today.
Yes, sir.
Whether you all grow from 2 to more.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Johnson, she's put it out there. Are y'all gonna build or y'all gonna tear this thing down? Why are you here today?
Well, I'm here to prove my innocence and continue to build with someone who I truly love and been with for 5 years.
All right, so you are saying, look, we getting ready to walk out of here and start our family.
Yes.
All right.
So you think his focus has shifted to something or someone else. What are the warning signs you've seen?
At first, me and Dante was at the first 4 years, it was wonderful. It just this year right here, he's starting to act like a damn fool.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's one way to put it.
Can you be specific?
He is a womanizer. He loves to flirt, and he a cheater. I can't deal with it. He flirt too much for me. We could be somewhere, he see somebody, hey, babe. You don't do all of that when you're in a relationship with somebody.
And this has started this year.
Yes.
So he's been,
Well, let me take that back. It started last year, but he just got out of control this year.
have you found anything?
Yes, I have.
Tell me about that.
Okay. It was the summer night. We was at my cousin's house. We was
Okay.
over there having a little drinks. So we come home. Dante was kind of tipsy, but my intention was to be an investigator that night. So I was waiting for him to go to sleep. And when he went to sleep, I looked inside his phone. When I looked inside his phone, I seen a sex video of him and another woman. And so when I seen the video, I woke him up acting like a fool.
And so what did you see in this video?
I seen a sex video of him and another woman having sex outside.
And it's clear
outside?
Yes.
It's clear who's in the video.
Where clearly in the video, to me, it's a woman that stay over there in our neighborhood. He's saying it's not her, it's an old video.
But you can clearly see Mr. Johnson.
Yes, I know his body part. I know everything about him.
So
When
do
I
you
first
see his face or just-
No, I didn't see the face, but I know his body part. I know all of that, his tattoos, all of that.
Oh, well, the tattoos are a dead giveaway.
It gave it all away.
That's might as well have his name on it.
Oh, my name on it. So I see my name on the arm.
Oh, your name on it. Wait. There's no way this video predates you dating her because you wouldn't have tattooed yourself with her name until after you were dating. All right, Mr. Cullen, I think we're done here.
Hey, look, it sounds like a good excuse. Oh, this is an old video. But
It is
that's my
old.
name. But this is before I met you.
But
See, that's how I was predetermined. I was predestined to meet you, so I got
What-
your name tattooed on my arm.
No.
So one day I knew I
the
would meet
tattoo
you.
wasn't even really showing like that. Only tattoo that was showing is my 5-star that that they cover up. They, like tattoos on my hand, really. My arms really didn't show. Only thing you see is the butt, and
So it is you in the video.
That's me in the video, but it's not with the person from our neighborhood. It's an old video of an ex. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, but why is her name on you?
Her name, she didn't see her name. She thought
I
she
seen
her
he
name.
lying. I seen the name.
She seen my mama name on this
I
side.
seen the name in the video. I know his body parts. I know all of
I
it.
wish I still had the video. I would show you guys, but
Okay, but so you admit it's you in the video. You just saying it's an old video
Yes, it's-
before you met Ms. Dallas.
Yes, sir. It's
And that
old.
wasn't her name on his.
And that wasn't.
That wasn't her name.
Okay. Have you found anything else, Miss Dallas?
Yes, I done found condoms in his wallet. And me, Dontavius don't have condoms because we trying to have a family. So if I find condoms in your wallet, that made me think right there that you cheating.
We used to use rubbers like we first
That's
met.
your favorite word.
The first 3 years, we were using condoms on and off, Your Honor. No lie, we used the condom on.
Is that true? At the beginning, you were...
because I was trying to have a baby. I'm 33 years
But
old.
I just didn't never get rid of the condom. It just was in my pocket just because, like...
So, Mr. Johnson, you got old videos, old condoms. You just...
And you know what? An old condom ain't gonna help you.
The condom pack was almost... It was wrinkled. It was open a little. So what I'm gonna do with that? It's dried out.
Exactly. So why would you keep it?
Why you didn't throw it away so I won't see it?
I mean, like an old condom ain't gonna help you at all. It's a whole lot of kids saying daddy because of an old condom. So I'm just putting it out there.
You're right. I should have just threw it away.
Yeah. So we found the condom. We've got this whole thing with the sex tape.
Yes.
Tell me there's nothing else that supports this.
Oh, it's something else.
All right,
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day?
Yes.
Well, Mother's Day usually doesn't...
Yeah, I thought our Mother's Day, it was going good. I had cooked, all of that. Dontavius side, he want to act like a fool again this day. Dontavius leave by 8:30.
In the morning or night?
At night.
Okay.
When he leave, I didn't even know he was gone. I think he outside somewhere. He leave and don't come back till 1 o'clock in the morning. I asked Dontavius where he had been at. First thing he say, he had went to the grave site to see his ex. I didn't believe that, because no cemetery do not have no lights in the grave site.
Well, and they close at a certain time.
Yes.
Some do.
So I knew right then he was lying. I knew exactly right then he was lying because how he was acting. Like he got mad about it, me and him start kind of, fussing.
And he's saying that whole time he was at the cemetery.
No, I did not say the whole time.
Okay.
Like, if you don't want to be with me, just tell me now. Stop having me look like a fool all the time. He do that all the time. He sit there and lie about everything. That's why we here today, because I can't trust him.
When I left the house, only thing I did was took some flowers to, my ex grave, because I had missed a couple years from going out there. I took some, and I went with some friends to have some drinks. And that's why she was mad because I wasn't answering the phone for her, and I didn't feel like arguing.
But he could just told me that. I feel like if you wanted to go to the cemetery, why you didn't say that to me earlier? I have a car, we could have went together.
Did he tell you at that time he had been out drinking?
No.
Oh, so this is news to
this
you?
new.
Okay.
It's new right here. This is my first time hearing about the drinking part. It's new.
So then what did you do? After he tells you that and you're like, why didn't you tell me? What happens?
Me and him got in a big argument. Very big argument. I locked him out the room just to keep away from him. I locked myself in the room.
I kicked the door open.
And he kicked the door open.
Why did you kick the room door?
I wanted to get in my bed. That's why I pay bills.
Okay, so I get that because, we get into arguments and people like, so do you go sleep on the sofa? I'm like, no.
I pay bills.
I pay bills. This is my bed too. Now, we might be mad at each other. We might be turned the other way from each other. And she cools off and I cool off. Why I gotta sleep on the sofa? Because you mad. That doesn't work for me. So look, I get it. Now I'm not sure I'll kick in my door, but still, I get it.
Yeah.
So you all go to bed, y'all mad.
Yeah, I'm mad. I go to bed before him.
Right.
So he come in the room trying to have sex with me.
What?
And the first thing I did.
Trying to make it better.
And the
No. If y'all done had a fight, you'd have kicked in the door. She ain't gonna want to do that.
But no.
Now, makeup sex is a different animal.
That is it. That's the first step to makeup sex.
No,
I had
not
to break
kicking
down
in
the
the
door.
door. He just kicked in the door and he like, hey, baby. She like, get off me,
Like, I ain't break the
man.
door all the way down. It's just like, we still made love.
No,
right?
we did not. Cause later on that night he come get in the bed and I told him let me smell his private part cause he been gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you a sniffer?
Yes.
Oh.
She's a sniffer and a checker. She checked the
Also,
door.
yes. So I smelled his part and I checked him, right?
When you
I don't know what check means. I know what sniffing is. Lord have mercy.
Check mean when she
But
grab
I
your-
don't know what checking
your
is.
jugular.
I mean, I checked his private part. So when I did that, they was soggy. like this. That mean that he don't went out and had sex with somebody. And the other time, they be like this. Hard, firm, ready to,
Kyler, are you tracking?
Wait, okay, and
And when I checked it, it was like this.
sure
Because he had been
grabbed
gone,
every
messing
time.
around with somebody.
Every time.
okay, and it's because of that you think he was with somebody?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Mr.
Mr. Johnson. Okay, so we know that you weren't at the cemetery all this time. We know that you came back at like 1 something in the
He
morning.
emptied the bank. It was empty.
So, were you with somebody else?
No, this is the question. Why were you deflated?
I don't know. I guess they do that sometimes. I have the slightest idea.
Mr. Johnson, I've never had any of those, so I can't speak to it. You asking the wrong person.
She said they do that when I've been, emptied the bank. And then when I don't empty the bank, they be blowed up. So
Your Honor, if you
they always look the same to me.
Well, have you ever noticed a before and an after?
No, they always look the same.
Look, I can't help you. Cause
I'm lost.
This is a man thing. I'm gonna let y'all talk about this.
Hey, they always look the same to me.
Now, here's the thing. Ron is over there dying. He's like, don't ask me, don't look at me,
Hey,
don't talk to me, don't ask me.
Rob, we're gonna get you some of this too. We ain't gonna leave you out the fun.
It's tough.
And so he denied it. So what happened after that?
After that, we just been arguing, fussing. We didn't have sex that night. I told him, nope, I'm finna go to sleep.
All because of the deflation.
Yeah, because he had been gone all night anyway, so where was you?
Deflated.
If you gonna tell me you left, that let me know you doing something you had no business doing. He had already admitted to me, like in 2015, that he don't have sex with somebody else.
So you know about one incident?
Yes.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just like, in your eyes, he came to you deflated, and then you left him more deflated when you said no.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if that deflation thing's a real thing.
Well, here's the thing. Miss Dallas, because of this issue of deflation and what it might or might not represent, we have a medical expert that's gonna come and talk to us about that at this time. Dr. Jamila Gator. Ron, would you please escort her in?
Yes, Sean.
How are you, Dr. Gator?
I'm doing well. How are you?
We're great.
Would you tell our litigants, please, what your expertise is?
So I'm a board-certified family physician that specializes in hormone balance as well as erectile dysfunction.
Okay. You are a lady then.
Yes, I am.
So I don't know if you've heard the testimony today, but Miss Dallas is accusing her longtime boyfriend of cheating. And one of the issues was that one night she felt his testicles and said that they felt deflated. So we just need some help in understanding what that reflected or meant.
Okay. So this is definitely a myth. I don't know where these urban legends come from, but it's not the case. When a man gets aroused, then there's blood flow to his private area.
Okay.
And that causes his testicles to increase in size.
Okay.
So the famous sexologist, Masters and Johnson, actually studied this, and they found that at the height of arousal, the testicles can almost double in size.
Wow.
So it's related to arousal, not necessarily whether he had already emptied his bank.
Okay.
Okay, so now once he empties the bank, the testicles are gonna go back to the normal size. So in my opinion, it seems like maybe he just wasn't as aroused at that particular point in time, which could also be because they had been fighting and they weren't getting along, and so it may have been a little bit off that night.
Okay.
So if he had been aroused, she may have felt the normal firmness that she talks about.
Correct, he would have had lots of blood flow, which would have caused his testicles to increase and be firm, which is probably what she normally encounters.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dr. Gator, thank you so much for dispelling that urban legend.
Yes.
Note to file.
So you better be happy. You better be happy.
All right, Mr. Cutler, let's talk about this evidence. We have a sex tape was found. We have a condom in his pocket. They don't use condoms. And of course, we had this issue of the testicles, but we now know that may not be what was reflected there. And for all these reasons, Ms. Dallas believes that Mr. Johnson is cheating. And she has said, I want to start a family. I don't have time to play.
I don't have time to play no more, Your Honor. I don't have time to babysit.
So if you find out that he's cheating, this relationship is over.
If he do not pass his test today, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot on the table.
All right.
Well, we're going to help you get to the truth because this court has done a full and a complete investigation. At this time, the court will call forensic voice analyst Guy Wolf to determine, is he cheating? Now, please escort Mr. Wolf in.
You ready, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Good day, Mr. Wolf. How are you?
I'm well, Your Honor.
It's good to see you.
You as well.
Would you explain, please, what forensic voice analysis is?
Yes, sir. When you speak, you have AM and FM frequencies in your voice, like on a radio. And when you tell a lie, the FM frequency goes away. Forensic voice analysis measures those frequencies, and then I can look at a chart and I can determine where there's deception.
All right. So you asked Mr. Johnson a series of questions. Let's take a look at the first question you asked him.
Was the sex video made during your relationship with Miss Dallas?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The voice analysis determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Holy.
I'm sorry. I could admit to my wrongs, can you?
That must not have been your tattoo then.
I could admit my wrongs, can you? I could apologize.
All right. Let's look at the next question you asked, Mr. Wolf.
Did you have physical sexual contact on the Mother's Day in question with anyone other than Miss Dallas?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The voice analysis determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Told you. Liar. I knew you were lying anyway.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
On to the next.
How you gonna explain that 5 hours? Who were you with?
Say the lies to yourself. Just be quiet. Don't say
with
that.
an ex.
You were with an ex?
Yeah.
Do you understand the seriousness of this?
Yeah, I understand.
No, he don't. He think
Because
it's a
I'm not
joke.
sure you do. I'm watching your demeanor. I'm watching your face expression. You kind of laugh and
because
chuckle.
y'all only get my side of what I be doing. See, y'all don't really know what she be doing or what led me to do what I be doing. You see what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, we're not here about her. We're here about
about
you.
me. That's why I'm not.
Okay,
You know what I'm
and secondly, whatever she did, you can't use that as an excuse to say it led you to do what you did. You did what you did because you did what you did.
saying?